Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Learn Commerce with Namita. I am Namita Mane. In today's lecture, we are going to study measures of dispersion. So let's start. Now first of all, to understand what is measures of dispersion, you need to understand the meaning of dispersion. Okay, so what is dispersion? Now first let me tell you one thing. Already in my last two lectures I have explained you what is frequency distribution, what is measures of central tendencies like mean, median, mode. If you have attended those lecture, it will be very easy for you to understand today's lecture. Okay, so if you have missed to attend those lecture, you will find the videos link in the description box. Do watch the videos before you watch this lecture. Okay, now coming back to the lecture, first I will explain you what is dispersion. Okay, so to understand measures of dispersion, you need to understand the word dispersion. Okay, so dispersion, the meaning or definition of dispersion is it measures. Okay, dispersion is what? It measures the extent. Okay, it measures the extent to which the items means the observation varies, okay, from some central value. Now what is this central value? Central value means the measures of central tendency like mean, median and mode. Okay, mean, median, mode and etc. So dispersion is what? It measures the extent, it measures some measurement or between the observation and between the central value to what extent the observation is varying from the central value. So it measures the extent to which the items means the observation vary from some central value. Now this central value can be either mean, median, mode. Okay, now for example, suppose if I take the observation 2, 4, 9. Okay, so these are my observation, individual observation 2, 4, 9, and I want to remove mean. Okay, I want to remove arithmetic mean, like I want to remove 3, 4, 9 average. What will be the average? So I will take mean. Okay, I want to take mean of these three observation. So to take mean, what is the formula to take the mean? Sigma x divided by n. That means sum of observation divided by number of observations. So 2 plus 4 plus 9, we get 15. Okay, 15 we get, and number of observation is what? 1, 2, 3. 3. Okay, so this 15 I have added all this number and I have got the answer 15. So 3 ones are 3 fives are 15. Okay, so 5 is what? Mean, and mean here in this definition is called as central value. So now till what extent? Okay, now 2, 4, 9, these are individual observation, and this 2, 3 observation, to what extent? Okay, to what extent it varies. Okay, what will be the difference between this central value and between this observation? So to find this variation, okay, to find this variation we use dispersion. Okay, so this definition by this example, it means what? To measure. Okay, it measures the extent, okay, this observation, individual observation, and this central value is what? Mean. Extent to which the observation varies from some central value. Okay, this observation, to what extent it varies between the from central value. Okay, now the central value can be either mean, either can be median or mode. Now here, for to make you understand, I have taken mean. Okay, so this 5 is what? Central value, and this is what? Items or observation. Now from central value means from 5, the first observation is 2. How much it varies? It varies. Now 2 and 5 is there. So what is the difference between 2 and 5? 3. Okay, so 4 and 1, 4 and 5, there the difference is what? 1. 9 and 5, 4 is the variation. Okay, it varies from this much. So this dispersion is also called as scattered, spread or variation. Okay, so these observations are in variation, and to measure this, how much is the extent of this observation from the central value, we use measures of dispersion. Okay, clear this much, the dispersion means it measures the extent to which the items varies from central observation. Now to measure this extent, how much will be the extent, how much range or how much variation they are keeping in between the central value, we for this variation, okay, to measure this variation, to measure from this observation to this central value, we use dispersion. Okay, so and this dispersion, to measure that dispersion, we call it as measures of dispersion. How to measure the variation, to what extent it is from the central value, we use some methods, we use some technique. In mathematics or in statistics, it is called as measures of dispersion. Okay, in your syllabus only 2 methods are there, we are going to study only that much only. There are other measures also like mean deviation and so on, but in your syllabus only 2 measures are there, we are going to study that. So range, first method is range, and relative measure is called as coefficient of range. So range and coefficient of range. Second is standard deviation and coefficient of variation. Okay, so range is one of the measures of dispersion, and relative measure is coefficient of range. Second method is standard deviation, and relative measure of standard deviation is coefficient of variation. Okay, so today in this lecture we are going to only study range and coefficient of range. In next lecture we are going to see standard deviation and coefficient of variation. Okay, I hope you have understood this much. Now please copy down in your notebook. Next we'll see range and coefficient of range. Okay, so now we'll move to range. Okay, already I have explained you what is the definition of dispersion and measures of dispersion. Now measures of dispersion, first part we are going to see range, and next part we are going to see what is standard deviation. Okay, so range is what? Okay, range is L minus S. Okay, now in observation, suppose from 1 to 10, what is the range between 1 to 10? That is that we have to find. How we can find? By the formula of range. Okay, so L minus S. To find range we use this formula. The formula is L minus S. So L means what? Largest observation, and S means smallest observation. Now next, after range, the relative measure of range is what? It is called as coefficient of range. Okay, relative measure of range is called as coefficient of range. Okay, so coefficient of range formula is what? L minus S divided by L plus S. Okay, so largest observation minus smallest observation divided by largest observation plus smallest observation. Okay, so we are going to use this both the formula to find range. Okay, now in exam, whatever they ask you the question, whether to find range or whether to find coefficient, so you can use this formula. To find range you are going to use L minus S. To find coefficient of range you are going to use L minus S divided by L plus S. Okay, so now we'll see the example to calculate or to find range of individual observation and for frequency distribution. Now for individual observation, as I explained you in the last 3 lectures, what is individual observation, like group data, ungrouped data. You can watch those videos like measures of center tendency, mean, median, mode, frequency distribution. All the links you will find in the description box. Okay, so now this is individual data. 100, 24, 14, 105, 21, 35, 106. Okay, this is the individual observation, and I want to find the range and coefficient of range. Okay, now if in exam they say only to find range, so just use this formula, or if they ask you to find coefficient of range, so use this formula. Or in some cases, in example, in exam they may ask you to find both. Okay, they may ask you to find range as well as coefficient of range. Whatever is given in the question, you have to solve according to that. Okay, so now I will show you for individual observation how to find range as well as how to find coefficient of variation. Method will be same. Okay, so this is the individual observation. Okay, so now first I will find range. So what is the formula of range? To find range, formula is L minus S. Now L means what? Largest observation. S means what? Smallest observation. Now in this observation, okay, from 100 to 106, which number is the largest number? So observe the individual observation. So 106 is what? Largest observation. And which is the smallest observation here? 100, 24, 14, 105, 21, 35. So 14 is smallest observation. Okay, so now find the range between largest observation between smallest observation. So 106 minus 14. Okay, so 106 minus 14, we get 92. Okay, so 92 is what? Range. Okay, range therefore is what? 92. Clear how I got the range 92? How I got? I just observe the numbers, which is the greatest number, which is the largest number, and next I have observed the smallest observation, which is the smallest observation, and I just minus it, means I find the difference. Okay, so L minus S. So 106 minus 14, so range is 92. Now next I want to find coefficient of range. Okay, so here I will write coefficient of range. So formula to find coefficient of range is L minus S divided by L plus S. Okay, so this I am finding coefficient of range. Clear? So L I have already got 106 minus S is what? 14 upon 106 plus 14. Okay, with the same question, with the same example, I am finding range as well as I am finding coefficient of variation. For coefficient of variation also, coefficient of range, for that formula also, the largest observation from the example will be same and the smallest observation will be same. So 106 minus 14, we get 92 divided by 106 plus 14, 120. So divide 92 by 120. You get 0.767. Okay, 76.7, or you can add your 66. 0.767. So this is coefficient of range. Now coefficient of range will always come in 0 point and so on. Okay, so in this way you can find range and coefficient of range for individual observation. Now for frequency distribution, how to find range and how to find coefficient of variation. Now see, this 100 to 150, 150 to 300, 300 to 450, and 450 to 600. This is what? X. X is what? Observation. And 28, 56, 43, 23 is what? frequency. Frequency is what? How many number of times it has been appeared. Okay, so now for frequency distribution, just for frequency distribution, what will be L and what will be smallest observation, means what will be largest observation and what will be smallest observation. Now please, in the frequency distribution, do not take this frequency. Many a time students will just take 56 and 23, means 56 will be the largest observation and 23 will be smallest observation. No, don't take frequency. Okay, for frequency distribution, what will be your largest observation and what will be your smallest observation? You have to find the largest observation and smallest observation from this classes. Okay, like from 100 to 150, 150 to 300, 300 to 450, 450 to 600. From this you have to find your largest observation and smallest observation. Now so please hide this. Okay, so from 100 to 600 there is a class, there is the observation, and we have to find the range. So for range, formula is L minus S. Okay, so what is the largest observation in this frequency distribution? 600 is the largest observation. Okay, 600 is largest observation, minus smallest observation is 100. Okay, see, 150, 300, 4, so 50 is greater than 100. So 100 is smallest observation. So 600 minus 100, we get 500. Okay, so 500 is what? Range. 500 is range. Now next we have to find coefficient of range. So to find coefficient of range, formula is what? L minus S divided by L plus S. Okay, so 600 minus 100 divided by 600 plus 100. So 600 minus 100, 500 upon 600 plus 100, 700. Okay, so divide 500 by 700, you get the answer 0.7142. Okay, so this is coefficient of variation. Okay, 0.7142 is coefficient of range. Okay, so in this way you have to find range and coefficient of range. So, and this is the formula to find range as well as coefficient of range, L minus S, and for coefficient of range, L minus S divided by L plus S. Okay, so I hope you have understood how to find what is measures of dispersion and how to find range and coefficient of range. Okay, in next lecture we are going to see standard deviation and coefficient of variation. So thank you very much for attending today's lecture. Please subscribe my YouTube channel, like and share the video, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the latest notification.